Hello, welcome to my channel. So today is October 1st, 2019, and I've actually decided that I'm going to attempt to do Inktober for the first time this year. And I don't really know why I chose this year in particular, because I actually do have a lot planned this month, so I'm not really sure if I'm even going to have time to finish the entire 31 days of Inktober, but I'm going to attempt to do it because I thought it would be fun. So this is the official prompt list. An official list comes out every single year, and I did like this list, but since it's my first Inktober, I kind of wanted to do more like a Halloween theme. But instead of the official prompt, I'm going to be using this Halloween, like spooky themed prompt. And my idea for this was to do like half an hour to 1 hour long drawings every day. And I was going to use the iPad to do like a sketch, like a digital sketch, and then transfer it over to my paper with my pens, and I'm using these Faber Castell pens. So that was my original idea, but then when I went to film this video, I actually found out that my pen hadn't even been charged, so I didn't want to bother like waiting for it to charge and then filming it, so I decided to just start using pencil, like sketch out my first day one drawing using pencil and then go over it with ink. And I don't really know if that's against the rules or anything like that, but that's what I did. The idea on the prompt for day one was trick, so I decided to draw a playing card. And honestly, I think if I hadn't sketched this out in pencil to begin with, it would have been really bad because I'm just not very good at drawing straight lines. I couldn't even really draw straight lines in pencil. When I went over it with the ink, even though the pencil line was already there, I couldn't even like do it straight, so I'm just not very good at inking. So I guess the entire purpose of me doing Inktober this year is to practice my inking skills. Since I don't use pen or ink a lot as a medium, I use a lot of like colored pencil and sometimes watercolor and pastel and stuff like that. But since I'm kind of busy this month, I figured I could sometimes do 2 prompts in a day instead of doing one every day, because I know some days are going to be impossible for me to really do a 1 hour long drawing, and I might even film my drawings too, so there's that. And if I can complete all 31 30-minute to 1 hour long drawings, then I'm just going to be happy with myself that I actually went through with the challenge and practiced enough. But even if I don't complete it, I think it's still good practice. So especially because I usually don't really draw random things like this. Like, what I mean is I draw a lot of portraits or animals or things like that. So this list forces me to become a little bit more creative and think of ideas and like put something together to finish a drawing. So that's not usually the style that I work in, so I'm kind of excited about Inktober just because of that. But as you can see, I started inking in and I'm really bad at doing the straight lines, and as I was doing this, I decided, I think I messed up the top of the card where it's folded. This is like a double faced card, so that's kind of why it works for the idea of trick. But I kind of messed up while I was inking at the top, and you can see that doesn't look very good. And as I was inking, I was thinking, how am I going to shade this because I'm using pen? And I came up with the idea to do like cross hatching. So I don't really use cross hatching a lot, but I love cross hatching, and I think it looks really good with pen. So hopefully this turned out okay, but I liked how it turned out. I'm just not sure if it was too little for a drawing, like if it was not enough. It didn't really take me very long to do this drawing. I'm pretty sure it took me like 25 to 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to try to make my other drawings a little bit more complex so that they take a little bit longer. But then again, this was day one, and I did end up doing 2 in one day, so that's okay. So I decided on the front part of the card it was going to be the Joker, and then on the back side of the card it's the 10 of Hearts. So the Joker movie is coming out this upcoming weekend, and I'm already doing another like Joker drawing, a drawing of the new Joker, so I was just in the mood to put the Joker on the card, which makes sense since the idea is trick anyway. So I know traditionally for Inktober, the original idea for when it was thought of was that you would do an ink drawing every single day for the month of October, so you would end up with 31 ink drawings, and you would practice your inking skills, and you would follow a prompt, right? So that was the original idea, but I know a lot of people either use a different prompt, like they don't use the official prompt, or they don't even use ink to begin with, like whatever medium of choice that they want to practice with. Or maybe they do the same thing I'm doing, where it's not every single day that they practice doing a drawing. It's more like maybe you do 2 or 3 in one day if you know that you're not going to be able to complete it. So I really think that the entire purpose of Inktober isn't to follow the rules completely. You can follow the rules and the official prompt and everything like that, but I really think that the purpose of it is to just practice your skills. So like if there's a medium in particular or something, or a style that you want to work on, maybe you can change your Inktober prompt to fit that, or maybe you can use your medium of choice, and that way you do get the practice. So I think that's really the point of it. But since I do want to practice inking, and since I do want to practice just working with pens in general, because I do have the Faber Castell pens and I use them sometimes, but not as often as I'd like to. And I think that they're a good tool to sketch with as well, rather than just using pencil. But obviously I kind of used pencil underneath anyway, so I can't really say that I'm practicing my sketching skills in this too much. I'm kind of sketching with pencil, which still allows me to erase, and that's okay since I kind of just wanted to practice shading with ink anyway. So day 2 goes with day 1, so treat, so trick or treat. And the treat that I'm doing is the candy apple, the poison apple actually, from Snow White. So I thought that this was a cute idea to do for treat. Originally I was just going to do like a rotten apple or something like that, but I thought maybe I should make it a little cuter or a little more interesting than just a standard rotten apple. So I did this kind of mix between a candy apple and Snow White's poison apple. You might also notice that my drawings are pretty small, so I actually have a sheet of paper that I divided into like 4 even squares, and I'm just wanting my drawings to be small for Inktober because I don't want to get carried away and end up spending like an hour and a half or more per drawing, since I do have like too many other drawings I need to work on as well. So I decided to do more like mini drawings. So these are very small, but I'm trying to add a good amount of detail to them, so that's why. So I really didn't like how this one looked before I shaded it. But once I started shading it, I don't know what it is about cross-hatching, but cross-hatching for some reason, I always think it makes drawings look so much better. Like any form of shading does, but especially when you're using something like pen, I just think hatching or cross-hatching, or even like stippling, but I don't have the patience to do that for Inktober this year, maybe another year. But I think those methods of shading sometimes look really good when you're using ink. So when I went to go shade the bottom of the apple here, I wanted it to be apparent that there was like this candy stuff on the apple, the poison, right? So I wanted to make the apple part darker than whatever that candy poison stuff is on top of the apple. I don't know if I'm going to film every single one that I do, but I might. So I might try and do like a couple videos throughout, like maybe like update videos or something like that. So that way it's not just all like a compilation of all 31 at the end of the month. That might be really long, so I don't really know. And plus I might not even make it to 31, so that would kind of ruin that idea. I would just like end at 14 or something, and that's all I would have for the video. So I think I might just make a couple videos throughout the month showing a couple more of the Inktober drawings, and I'd probably speed it up a little bit more than I did for this video, so that way it doesn't get too boring. But I don't know, I kind of just want to do that. And I'm also not sure what to do on my Instagram, if I should post like every drawing that I do, because my entire Instagram is going to become like saturated with Inktober drawings. So I don't really know if that's what I want to do, or since I did do this on a paper that has 4 separate squares, maybe I'll just post it like 4 at a time, which would be more convenient for me. For the first 2, I just did 2 at a time, but I might end up doing actually 4 at a time and posting that, so that way I really won't have as many posts, because I really don't want to have like 15 to 30 posts just for Inktober, only because they don't really go with the rest of my account, so yeah, that's the only reason I don't want to post it all the time. And also, since my drawings are so small, like I would understand posting it if I did a bigger drawing, but I decided to keep mine so small that, and they're gonna continue being small like throughout the month, so I don't think I want to just do like a zoomed in shot of each one, but I don't really know. I'm really kind of just excited to see everybody else's Inktober posts, whether they followed the official prompt or came up with their own or they're using another prompt. It doesn't really matter. I'm just excited to see what everybody does with it, and people are so creative too. I'm just not, like, even though I'm an artist, I don't think of myself as the most creative artist, because I do a lot of, like, I try to focus on highly realistic things and stuff like that, but I really find it cool when there are artists who can just kind of come up with things at the top of their head, or even just are good at coming up with their own scenes or characters or anything like that. I really admire that quality in some artists, so that's another reason I'm excited to see what people do with their prompts or the official prompt. There's so many different ways you can go with it, and I think that's one of the exciting parts about Inktober as well, is seeing what other people do with it. Since I'll probably be posting the rest of my Inktober drawings on my Instagram, you can also follow me there if you'd like to see them. So my Instagram name is Alexis Cassandra Art, but I'll put it on the screen so you can see. So even though I'm doing this mostly for practice, I still do want to finish the challenge. I'm not sure if I will, because it is my first year doing it, and I've heard a lot of people don't end up doing every single day by the end of the month. But since I did choose to do smaller drawings, I don't think it's going to be too much of a hassle for me to finish it. I don't know, let's hope that all goes well. So I really think that's all for this video, but you can always let me know what you think I should do with Inktober, like if you think I should make more videos showing the different days and what I do for them, and like speed drawings like this where you could see what I did, or maybe I should just continue posting it on my Instagram. Do you think I should do it in a group of 2 or 4? I don't really know, but I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do or even how many videos I want to make for this. I guess maybe I could do one every week or something like that as like an update. And also, if anybody is doing Inktober as well, I would love to know like what your Instagram name is, or if you're making videos about it, then I would like to see it, because as I said, I'm really excited to see everybody else's Inktober posts this year. And there will probably be, most likely, there will be another Inktober video coming out soon, like maybe next week or something. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.